The Humanities Institute forms a key component within UCD's strategic mission to develop as a leading global research-intensive university. It constitutes a vibrant and creative space for interdisciplinary research in the arts and humanities. Professor Karen Corrigan from the School of English Literature, Language and Linguistics at Newcastle University is chair of the Humanities Institute's International Advisory Board.
So I think that we need Humanities Institutes because you need infrastructure. You need a place where groups of postgraduate students, for example, can come together and do interdisciplinary work in a way that becomes quite difficult within a school. But actually, when you start bringing the School of English together with the School of History, there are often quite different ways of looking at that problem. That is what a Humanities Institute does. It allows you to bring people together from quite different disciplines and gives them a thinking space in a way that within schools they don't have that. One of the things I work on is sociolinguistics, and it's about bringing language and society together. And there's really quite a famous sociologist whose work has been drawn on a lot within my field of linguistics, and his name is Pierre Bourdieu. And one of the key things he came up with the idea of is capital, and that capital is different. So there are economic types of capital, there's cultural types of capital, and so on. And what I think is important and often gets neglected is the idea that actually humanities and arts more generally is about cultural capital. And it's really important not to neglect that because you're seeking economic capital all the time. And I suppose that's one of the things that I'm also very keen to try and put forward, not just from the point of view of an academic, but trying to take academic ideas and views and put them forward to the public in interesting ways that appeal to them. Increasingly, we're being urged to get grants. Those grants are public, they're funded by the public purse, taxpayers fund them. So naturally, as a member of the public, a taxpayer, you want to know, where's my money going? What's this for? Why has this woman got a grant on, an aspect of migration in Northern Ireland? Well, what does that do for me? And that's why I think it's really important to be able to demonstrate through public fora. I've given lots of public lectures, for example, and I think that's a really good way of doing this. Demonstrating that actually it is relevant to you because maybe your great-great-grandfather migrated in the 19th century to New York and had a really hard time in the same kind of way that the Polish family who lives down the road from you is having a similar hard time in contemporary Northern Ireland. But that you won't be able to make those connections unless you listen to me talking about the kind of research I have uncovered, which demonstrates that the letters that great-great-grandfather sent back from New York have exactly the same kind of issues and worries that the Polish family do living down the road from you. And that's why I think it's really important to use public fora of different kinds to show that this research isn't just about the ivory tower, but it is relevant, and lots of arts and humanities research has a real social relevance. And it's about trying to support communities as well, to really be able to show that, if I can stop a certain amount of racism happening within the community today, well, I think that that's a public good. That's, yes, I may not be curing cancer, but I'm certainly doing something that has relevance for the public.